has already been found out. Lin tries to come in with the pulsar to be able to cover him, immediately gets it parried directly out of his hand and actually used the bell, so he's not able to pick the weapon back up, and he's on the fists as DRG have been able to get their hands on the melee weapons. They've lost Wujin, however, Santi throwing in the F1 on the Tessa to be able to alleviate a little bit of the pressure, goes into the stone form, throws it out, but 2-8HH with the dagger, just not allowing Sanzi the opportunity to be able to land these longer wind-up swings that do so much more damage, but unfortunately take such a long time, and as a result get beaten out by the dagger in the micro, and that is not the way that DRG wanted that drop fight to go.
No, not at all. That is a bad start for them on that front. Going to really put them on the back foot, but OUG keeping the pressure up onto the side of Alliance here. Lucky on the run. SS kind of just getting stuck a bunch and not able to really break away, but Alliance actually rejoining into the fight as SS trying to get those vertical strikes off with the longsword. Transformation has broken out from Alliance as well on their Terracotta Warrior, just getting some damage down, but OUG, the King's been caught, and now SS is next to follow. Lucky's just being a real nuisance. The Sandstorm comes out, and now Lucky is isolated from his team. This could be their moment to pounce for OUG. Unsure if they're going to break or make a run for it, and it looks like that is going to be the case as Lin can't close the gap, and OUG able to break away to safety. Not going to stick around after all the transforms are used there by Alliance. They may try and do the old slingshot back, rubber band back into the fight once the abilities are burnt, and that looks exactly like the game plan here. Alliance, they're about to lose Monk, and that might just be it. Jinyu does get caught. They're not going to have time for the slam, though, and now Lin isolated. Bell popped, gray armor, going to be very squishy, very easy to take out. Lucky is just going to be the target for OUG, though, in this one, as SS loses a little bit of HP, but he's got the purple armor. He's feeling comfortable, and Alliance are just put in a blender, and they are cooked.
Oh, Wujin, you do not want to go there, my friend. DRG deciding to think better of the potential third party. Gonna immediately be grappling away into the distance. That's so well played by OUG, because they see that, okay, your Monk ultimate is gone. You had to use your Yushin ultimate in the fight prior before we rubber banded back in. We're going to be able to just pressure your Monk. The Kurumi is actually forced to break the tether early to be able to anticipate and step in front of her Monk player, so he's able to back off and recover, and the Kurumi just gets melted as a result as XCG down and just melts GG's LXM. This is going incredibly well for XCG running that transformer. Really good stuff coming through from them. Nice clean fight, so that they're able to immediately find that kill, cancel the ultimate early so he doesn't get spotted out by any other team in the area. 3-3-0 having to back on off as now we move our attention over to Salvation Podium. The first time we're going to get to see this area in action on our screens. No one on Ballista currently. JL doing the hardest to make sure that it sticks that way as JTeam ZK comes in with the Yoto ultimate, pressuring all of the players on JL onto the low ground away from that Ballista as the Yoto's about to run out of blade slashes. YSJ tap dodging past AS to try to pressure out anyone other than this Takeda to buy his Wu Chen the space to be able to build into having that ultimate online support everyone from J-Team out, and immediately they just throw in those grapples, disengage out, not wanting to stick in the space too long. KKX does get grapple cancelled, however, in the chase. Does have the V1, but that means that he doesn't have the silence. Termi ultimate going to be dropped. KKX now having to intercept the chase that went down onto his two players behind him. Comes in with that Katana finisher, and that's going to be JL sent packing. J-Team with the bait and switch. JL thought they were in control of that when the Viper ultimate shuts them down.
That was nasty. That was such a nasty katana into the two-man stun. Or two-man stun into the katana. Absolutely huge. Now TXJ loses his transform here and immediately has to pop that bell. Health bar low, but the Kurumi healing doing him some favor. Now he's battered out of the Kurumi. Needs to try and get back in and get the healing off, but he can't get close. He's just being gate kept by water. Water not letting him even remotely near to it. And it's the showdown we've been waiting for in the grand finals. TE versus FPX. TE able to just about survive that one. They have got the Bane's Breath in their favor, so they are just going to retreat back towards that and use it as a safety net to go for a full reset.
Huge recast. Huge recast of the Kurumi ultimate from VVV. Like you said, they were doing everything in their power with that Yushan to gatekeep that Monk TXJ from being able to receive that Kurumi healing when he was susceptible and vulnerable to the damage outside of dropping out of that Transformer ultimate. And as a result, VVV is actually able to use the new recast mechanic on the Kurumi ultimate, where you are able to move the AoE of the healing once in your ultimate duration. And as a result, not only are they able to keep their Monk up, they can also use the Bane's Breath to create even more distance. FPX, seeing that their opportunity has closed, decide to disengage as the fight had gone on entirely too long for both teams to feel comfortable if a third party did roll on up. As J Team now trying to take a fight against Alliance, will we see that Viper ultimate able to catch out multiple players? I don't know what JL were coming in that, because like it's the biggest mistake ever when you double stack the same space for a Viper ultimate for the exact reason that we saw J-Team come in with the punish. However, Alliance's Lin is able to find a grab. Zedkin now using the Yoda ultimate to stagger so that his player is able to wriggle out of the grab, and Lin is gone. J-Team yet again coming alive, should now just clean up to an HH who's using the Yushan ultimate. Buy himself a little bit more time as he's just being chased by the players of J-Team, who are just looking to finally close out the full squad wipe. J-Team, they picked their time, Jake. I just hope they didn't make their move too late.
Yeah, we'll have to find out, but man, they are coming alive. They need every kill, though. They're not going to let 28HH break away from them. He's using as much movement as he can, but he's de-transformed at this point, and now it is donezo for him. Run down, finished up, and Alliance are out of this game. J-Team jumping from 11th, I believe, at one point, into 6th place. They're going to look to jump into a realm of Yang. I'd expect at this point they're pretty geared up with a golden.
They can't. It's Attack on Titan, and it's not the Tesla variation.
Oh, it's not true. They're running towards it though. I actually think they're gonna go for it. It's a big risk, but like they're in a position where they have to take every risk. They can't afford to play passively at all. And I know they've got 6 kills, but I don't think
they saved the Soul Bloom though. Is the problem. Because where they were able to find the kills, it's central belt of the zone. It's not towards the outer edges of like City of Tang or Matab that's currently still in zone. It's directly north of Plumed. Players are going to be running into that spot. J-Team cannot risk leaving a Soul Bloom to have as a backup plan if they do lose the Realm of Yang. I really want to see them just go for the groove, because if they have to play on the back foot and use this composition and they run into either Sand Siphon, which just has the means of being able to survive the Yoda burst the same way we see it survive Transformers, or they run into Transformers and that Yoda ult gets cancelled by a grab from the Monk, it's done for J-Team and they're out of this lobby.
True. I guess you're right. But they could have griefed, I think. But either way, they're not even going to be doing that. TE and FPX going toe-to-toe inside the realm of Yang. Double transforms break out immediately. Grab does land onto LYD, but a lovely interrupt there with the launch forward from TXJ. Able to find himself one grab. Can he find the slam? It already looks like a slam's come down. Dongqing losing a lot of HP. Regrab not going to happen here from TXJ. Xiaohu trying to find himself a grab onto one, is able to connect onto VVV. Double grab has broken out by FPX, but he can't find the slams. Yes, he can. There it is, into the next grab. Water's able to survive it just a little bit longer, but it's not going to do too much as the double transforms on the Yueshens break out. And TE, they're the ones with the advantage here. They're the ones who are going to be able to juggle Xiaohu about and just absolutely melt his health bar. Water not going to survive for long as TE, they have come back into the second half of this Day of Vengeance. They were not happy with DRG ruling the lobby. Not even a little bit.
It takes a certain amount of guts as a Kurumi to stick a revive in the face of a transformed Monk, but VVV has just so much trust in TXJ. And the fact that he's able to start that revive means that both Yushans are brought back at the same time, and both can actually go for the ultimate. And like you said, TE does have the advantage in terms of that sustained fight, as we're going to see TE start to pull even further ahead of DRG. DRG were able to pick themselves up Vermilion Birds Might, whether that's off the back of a Morris or a Realm of Yang. We'll have to see when the leaderboard pops up on the left of the screen. so we can have a look and see who exactly is going to be under the Yang depletion. WBG immediately going to be taking this fight against FPX. Both of the monks going for the transform. Sleepwalker already has been able to find a grab. FPX's water going incredibly low, but Xiaohu is able to one-up. Comes in with a double grab, immediately securing the kill onto WBG's Jing. The Kurumi ultimate's going to keep Sleepwalker alive a little bit longer as both of these monks just try to block each other's line of sight. Xiaohu going for the shove, so Sleepwalker's not able to pick up water, and this is a monk that's going to be standing, well, mere seconds longer as he's going to go down. Down the transform goes, out comes the F1. That's all of the backup tools that Sleepwalker has to be able to survive, especially since he throws out the blue, and FPX find the parry. WBG falling apart, FPX able to cleanse themselves of the Yang depletion, but J-Team, they've decided to go aggressive with the composition, and they roll up on TE. TE losing Vermilion Birdslight pretty much the moment that it popped.
Huge there. Absolute chaos breaking out though. And by the water's front though is JL getting some damage done to FPX. FPX obviously still looking to try and get the cleanse on as JL getting some damage onto Dongqing. Dongqing pops the heal in the nick of time. Just enough to save the HP there as AS losing a little bit of HP. I say a little bit, most of their HP has been taken away, but FPX also still running a little bit low on the health bar. Xiaohu goes in for a transformation, and that is the run signal. The horn has been run, and everybody is on the escape now from Xiaohu, who's trying to launch forward, trying to find the grabs, unable to connect it. JL have lost one already, as now they're making a break away from FPX. One thing on the run, and it looks like JL AS also breaking away in a different direction, and looks like AS is just going to have to sacrifice two of his teammates to FPX, who have already cleansed himself. I'm an idiot, but doesn't matter. More kills under their belt, more points in their back pocket, which could mean more placement points, which would be big.
Yeah, JL tried to come in with a third party onto FPX, hoping to jump on the team before they had that transform up. And unfortunately for them, FPX had used the Monk ultimate to mirror the team that they were able to take that fight against and cleanse themselves with. And as a result, WBG and both, well, actually I'll talk about it a little bit later, because FPX have been able to confirm the kill. There we go. JL's one thing gonna go down, and immediately FPX are going to be able to secure the full squad. Right, but to return to that, WBG mirrored the Monk ultimate at the same time as FPX. So Xiaohu's ultimate cycles back in the moment that the fight kicks up, and he holds on to it, and JL look for the engagement with the Tumult ultimate, which means that when we see Xiaohu use the ultimate, they don't have the Temi ultimate to break away from and guarantee that they can stick themselves in the fight while blocking potential for the grabs, and they just have to run away. And in the attempted disengagement, unfortunately, JL lose the Tumult. They all split off into different avenues in the hopes of prioritizing survivability individually for the long term, and FPX just run through one by one by one until all they have to do is try and chase JL's lone surviving player down, AS on the Takeda, as FPX's water just waits behind, making sure that no one from FPX is going to get jumped by someone playing Gatekeeper when the zone collapses.
Yeah, looks like a bit of that gatekeeping is going on. Poor old AS being run down by FPX nice and slow. As the circle moving pretty central actually on the map, seeing this Plume's only just a little bit off to the side of the circle. Very central right now, and a whole bunch of teams in very close proximity. DRG actually rotated around towards the northern point of...
Oh, J-Team's griefing! J-Team's griefing XCG!
Oh, that's good. That's what I want to see from J-Team. This is what I want. XCG on the run. There is a no ult zone though, so the Attack on Titan comp may find a little bit of a weakness on that front.
They haven't popped it.
Yeah, XCG, well, it's interesting because I thought XCG would not want to use their ultimate. So they pop the no ult zone to then not be ulted and not have to worry about the contest that way. No, they're just gonna give it up and move away. DRG closing in. DRG actually also potentially playing the grief game here. Are gonna run towards that Realm of Yang. Not gonna overcommit. I think they're gonna want to jump into this one, grab what they can. Sansi just setting up for it. As inside, EWG await whoever is going to join them inside this Realm of Yang. If anybody is going to join them inside this realm I am. But from Sansi's positioning, I'm going to hazard a guess that it's going to be DRG versus EWG inside
Don't
here.
do it. Don't do it.
This could actually be the make or break moment for DRG. This could be the make or break moment. They're going to jump in.
The test has only got 60%.
They're going to put the damage onto Xiaonan. Xiaonan's going down here to J-Team. J-Team's going to do this one up. Transformation's breaking out. They've got themselves the stun from the Viper, but immediately finds himself getting grabbed. ZK now going in for the stagger game, but gets grabbed out, gets slammed down. J-Team, that was not the mistake they needed to be making. Quick zip out from the Wu Shen. Massive misplay there from J-Team, though. And they were able to get the revives up. They were able to get the pickups up, but they need to heal. They need to reset before they get jumped onto. Big mistake by J-Team.
Oh, no. Yep, so if you don't know, Yodo ultimate is susceptible to being grabbed out by a monk. However, it's only after you expend the first of those slashes, and he had to use the slash to stagger the monk so that he's not able to find the slam on the single grab. And unfortunately, that means that he then becomes susceptible to grab. He gets grabbed out, it converts the single slam into a double grab, and immediately J-Team are forced to burn the Witch and teleport. I think by kiting, however, closer towards a Plumed and also Salvation with the Ballista, they have been able to slip away without being pressured and taken advantage of in terms of lacking both the Yoda ultimate and the Wu Chen ult, as GG gonna be going toe-to-toe against OUG, both Temis investing their ultimate. Zip V2 kicking in as well, as it looks like we've got a Draco Storm on the board for GG, so extra lightning, additional AoE damage on every single hit from them coming through. Miski's been able to pick up a Flamer from the Morris 2, using the Takeda shove to knock people back so that the Flamer can attach that fire tick, shove them back into the waiting arms of his team, and GG just trading positions, making it look absolutely flawless. This is the GG that picked up 39 points in game number 5 of Holoroth last week. This is the GG that could potentially walk away with the title.
This is, well, I mean, they've got some work to do. They've been overtaken by J-Team now. I mean, it's 0.3 of a point between the two teams, but they have a lot of work to do in these next two games to even make it to the podium's position. But it is a solid start for them. The problem they've got is FBX, GG, and J-Team all in very close proximity and kills to each other and points, meaning they're both all going to be, well, all three of these teams are going to be contesting one another, as we do see Xiaonan here find himself a grab onto Xiaolue, gets himself the re-grab as well after the slam, repeating crossbow, melting that health bar. Down he goes. Zip heal actually comes in, like you said, lovely placed onto where he was going to be. Is going to find the re-grab though and the kill. Yuran trying to break away, trying to make a run for it, as Dongyu waiting in a bush as Yuran does go down. Here's the slam. Here's the finish up. There's the final push down. And now NiHQ should just be able to finish up the last member of EWG, or last two members of EWG, because Yuran was able to survive as Xiaonan actually gets himself caught inside a Wisp. And suddenly, it's getting a little bit heated here for XDG. Karumi ultimate has to come out to buy some space, but they haven't got the ultimates anymore. That's everything burnt. Yuran, low HP though, will surely fall here to XCG as Dongyu finds himself caught out, uppercutted, taken down, and it should be the final nail in the coffin here for EWG, as Dongyu will be able to zip heal themselves up and break away for just a little bit more of a waste of a time, but not going to happen, as down they go. EWG knocked out of the game, and XCG putting another kill on the board. That is their 7th as well. This is a
He's going down. He's eliminated.
Game. TE fell to DRG in the middle of all the action.
Oh no, that is not the team that TE wanted to see take them down. DRG gonna be very happy about that one. And they're still sitting on the Viper V1, so even if FX come in for the third party, trying to jump in onto a team that had just went through a ringer of a fight, and not even gonna have to worry about the third party because J-Team are coming in. Okay, here's the replay. This is what went down. We're going to see the tether come through from that Tesla, catching onto the transform. Wujin's going to come in with the V1, looking to find the stagger onto these players. Catches TXJ. The Karumi ultimate having to be invested away from the monk, and LYD gets batted out of it by the pulse of connection coming through from Wujin, and then it just becomes a matter of cleanup, because again, your Tesla gets to throw the ultimate out every single time she comes in with 55%. 25% ult charge, so you get another connection onto Dongyu on the second throw out, and are able to stun TXJ out of being able to find any value of the transform. Huge play coming through from DRG, as now we are going to see them using those ultimates that they still had to be able to weather the storm of FPX, throwing their hat into the ring, Wujing having already invested that Viper ultimate, as you can see on the screen. Corki also using the Witch and teleport out. Sanzi should have been able to cycle back up into another use of the Tessa ult, though. So FPX do have to be careful how they play this.
J-Team actually now in the zone, being gate kept by DRG and GG, although DRG being hunted here by GG. J-Team going to try and make their way into the zone, but it's going to be a hard push for them. They're going to have to go through GG to do so, and the flame comes down. A lot of damage from Miss Kia, but just like J-Team able to just about get away, but great armor onto one of these players. KKX really severely lacking in that front, as ZK making a run is going to be able to break away, but that is a problem when you've got great armor in the final zone on this team. Going to be melted through. Obviously, you have to do an armor swap at some point, which would have come at a pretty heavy cost. They may try and see if they can find some blue armor in the area. ZK, though, golden staff, purple armor, going to really sink in some damage. And is it their... It's their Viper with the grey armor as well, the one you really want to be tanky. That is super unlucky for J-Team.
Yeah, I think they're also just not comfortable trying to have the armor trade from one of their players, because you can see there are so many teams still in the area. If one of them drops that armor and that relay goes a little bit too wrong, they're going to lose the win condition, and everyone's just going to jump onto them. And if you're J-Team, you have 10 kills currently, right? You play safe now. You have 10 kills, you play for survival, you play for the final zone claps, but when everyone is going to be netted into one small area, you can come in with that Viper, the V1 that they're running, so that they can set up their Yodo to absolutely melt everybody else, as FX doing a little bit of a relay of their own. Jiaohu swapping with the armor for Dongqing, as well as we can have a look at their Soul Jade setup. DRG right ahead of them, playing on the 10 high ground. Jiaohu not wanting to take this fight, not wanting to have to throw in the ultimate, given the fact that Amura's Blessing is spawning up. Are we going to see FPX walk away with one of these? And are we going to see the Meteor Shower actually have some impact on the placement? The last couple of times we've seen those Meteor Showers on Holoruff, it has been directly overhead of Amura's Blessing spawning up. That would be huge in terms of overall impact for some of these players, in terms of ultimate cycling.
They were able to find purple armor. So it's done. The problem's solved. That is really good for them, actually. Wait, did they drop the gold armor? No, they never had gold armor. They only ever had purple. I'm an idiot. It's gold.
I mean, give it a minute and they might have gold. They have better positioning for that Morris. They know it's going to spawn dead center. They just have to worry about FPX coming from the lower end of that zone. Exactly. They don't have the team to be able to contest it. They're not running box comp. They do have the Wu Chen to just try and wind wall it, but if you have multiple teams on different angles, going for the wind wall approach on controlling Amura's Blessing can get you in hot water incredibly quickly.
Yeah, and I like we actually had in a previous conversation as well on a different show. Wind wall's fairly easy to break. Like it's not that tanky. It's tanky, but not like enough. If like there's two teams shooting cannons at you, those wind walls are gonna go very quickly. And Sanzi actually getting away with it. There's no way they actually just got their hands on that. They didn't. That's why. No. Okay, good. I was trying to say, don't prove me that wrong, DRG. Jesus.
No, DRG tried for it. And emphasis on tried, because they're not even running the Yodo, they're running the Tessa variation, so they can't trade Witch and Windwall into Yodo F3 with the nerf that went down onto the F3, now lasting only 3.5 seconds rather than the 5 seconds that it used to be, which means it's even harder now for the Attack on Titan composition to walk away with the Morris Blessing, as GG are also learning, as you can see. Flames Prep coming out from DRG, just not allowing GG control of opening up that box. They do have the tumult. This is incredibly greedy from GG, and right under everybody's noses, off of only the back of 330 throwing in an F1 on top of the Morris, they walk away with the legendary.
JT find themselves tethered up by the urn, though. That's going to be a lot of damage onto DRG, but DRG able to use the wind wall and refresh and heal up off the back of that one. Ultimate committed, but again, it's a test. It goes very quickly. Wuxin losing a lot of HP. He's getting absolutely railed by cannon fire. Is he going to survive? He's down. They can't pick him up. There's no way. Sansi's losing too much HP. DRG just lost one of their players with a snap of the finger. Oh, that's rough. Corki might be able to pick Sansi up. It depends on what side. Oh, he's on the wrong side. He's on the wrong.
He doesn't have the ult.
That is bad.
He's
it's so
4%.
close.
If he can get the ult, and carry the bodies out, he might be able to, but he's been spotted. The grapple can't come through, locks him in position. He uses the F to try and keep himself aerial, but he's taking so much damage.
No way! It's too late!
Oh God! He's able to teleport, but he's not able to teleport swiftly, and he teleports into the worst possible tier to give the kill away to Jayton. Pick up Corki!
Oh, they do waste the Viper ultimate, though. That was a bit of a mistake there. A bit of a miscommunication by J-Team, but they need to heal up. KKX is too low. He's using everything, but GG are just absolutely obliterating them with the bow. Look at the damage coming in onto J-Team. ZK is the only player left standing for the team. A very, very tough pill to swallow there. They got away with murder, but there's just the swarm from FBX and the bows coming in from J-Team. From GG, sorry, absolutely melting their health bars. ZK does have the ultimate. He's going to go for it and just try and do as much damage as he can. Maybe pick a kill up on the way out because he is pretty much done so. Finds himself in some danger. Miss Kia able to find one there as ZK is going to go down. And it's a sad end to J-Team in this game. But they did do some work. They got 11 kills under their belt. They got a pretty decent placement. It's not done, but next game has to be massive for them. Although GG, 15 kills in. They are making the miracle comeback of the game here. XCG, though, 8 kills in. Still ahead of them in the standings. Still plenty of opportunities for XCG to take over from GG here. Let's see if they can do it as XCG being pushed up onto by FBX. Looking for the grabs. HQ's gone for the transform, and he's now just going to play zoning as GG. They've got that bow. They've got that fire shot bow as well, doing so much work if they can land those shots. You can see 330 on the high ground, just trying to get those shots in on to the members of FPX as HQ charging forwards here, putting the damage down onto Zhao. Zhao loses a lot of HP. He's going low, and GG with the bow once again, just sniping every kill on the map. They are being a menace with this bow. They're just getting shot after shot in and just landing damage after damage. No way he picks HQ up here. No way does he do it again. Now they're looking for the grab onto him because they just have to find a way to stop. But the Sandstorm breaks out to try and stop any nuisance, any shenanigans coming out from the side of these monks. But there's the grab. There's the pick they need. XCG are going to lose a player, though. GG's 3-3-0 able to secure it. And this is going to be a 20 bomb for GG. They have done everything necessary. Dongjing being knocked up and being absolutely messed around here by Miss Kia. He's got the healing of his zip. He's got the counter. He's got the kill. He's going to find himself inside the zone. He's juggled back. The zip healing is going to buy him the space, but Miss Kia has found himself the kills he needed. Water goes down. GG with a 20 bomb to close out game 5.